Khalil Rountree sounded off on Magomed Ankalaev, the current UFC light heavyweight champion, on Joe Rogan's podcast, Championships Round, with the clip here. We're going to watch the clip, and I'm going to explain why Khalil Rountree is totally wrong here, because, hate to break it to Khalil Rountree, that's not him talking smack at someone else. I'll talk about what I mean in a sec here, but let's hear from Khalil Rountree on the Joe Rogan podcast. Let's have a listen.
Well, supposedly he went into that fight with norovirus, and he had a up hand.
I believe it.
Also, Ankalaev is good, man. He's good. That guy's really good. You're smiling.
I can't smile?
You can, but you're smiling like, come on, man.
I'm just smiling.
What is your opinion on Ankalaev?
I don't have one.
You don't have any opinion at all?
No, not one.
No, because he's the champ.
Spoiler alert, he does.
Okay. I get it.
Yeah. Let's go back to Alex.
Yeah.
Norovirus.
Are you just not a fan of his?
I can say confidently, am I a fan? Absolutely not.
As a human or a fighter?
Both.
Okay. So have you had bad interactions with him as a human?
He just talks shit, and I hate people that talk shit. Like, dude, I just don't like it. I don't like people who talk shit for no reason. If I didn't say anything to you, if I've never mentioned your name, then why are you talking shit to me or about me or disrespecting me?
It's just shit talking.
I hate it, dude. Like, I hate it. Like, it really bugs me.
Do you hate it because you're a martial artist and you feel like it doesn't have a place in martial arts?
I just hate it because it's unnecessary. And it's like, and even as an adult, like, I had to deal with it my whole life.
Right.
And it's a toxic way of being, and it's passing along through social media, and kids are getting beat up for it.
Yep.
And we're grown men on a large platform where people are looking up to us for many different things, and they envision us as these gladiators, and this is what you're choosing to do as we have a responsibility. I feel like as athletes, as champion, number one, as champion, you have a responsibility. You have a belt.
So anyways, the beef of what we were kind of talking about here, the meat, I should say, of what he's talking about here is there's the quote that's on top here. It says, he just talks shit. I hate it because it's effing unnecessary. Even as an adult, I had to deal with this my whole life. Now, I don't think he's necessarily wrong if someone was actually doing this, but here's the problem. Magomed Ankalaev, it's common knowledge, he doesn't tweet for himself. If you go look at these tweets, they're spread out all the time. He barely tweets. And this is his manager tweeting for him. We all know who his manager is. And his manager has done this with other fighters that he represents. So Khalil is basing this all off of Twitter. Now, if there's someone in the comments that can find me an interview of Ankalaev talking some smack and it was translated, I would like to see it, but I have not seen anything like this. And if you don't believe me, every single one of Ankalaev's interviews has an interpreter. He doesn't speak English. And it doesn't strike me as a guy who's known for talking smack or being disrespectful or rude at all. Like, I don't ever remember a time when there was something translated that he said that he was a bad guy. So, while I agree with Khalil in terms of some of the trash talk and, how it's, sort of bad. I mean, I think what he's trying to get at is he wants to get back to the old days of like a George St. Pierre where, the worst thing that George St. Pierre said was, I'm not impressed with your performance. Like, that was the extent of George St. Pierre's trash talk. We're far removed from that era, thanks to Conor, thanks to so many other fighters that have really developed trash talk, and then add in, social media and how things have gotten worse. I mean, that's a whole topic in itself. But the problem is, Khalil, you're talking about a guy who's not tweeting. It's his manager. You should be mad at his manager. I don't know how fighters don't know this yet, that it's not him tweeting this. It's his manager. I can't find the exact tweet, but there was even a point where Ankalaev spelled his last name wrong. I can't find it here, the exact tweet. But like, how do you not spell your last name right? Even if you don't, let's say, just for the benefit of the doubt, that Ankalaev was tweeting for himself, that that it was him and he just is using like Google Translate. How are you spelling your last name wrong? There was a tweet, I can't find it right now, but I have seen it, where he spelled his last name wrong. But look at this stuff. Your daddy is next. Bum tree, take a seat, terrible fight. That's probably what he's referring to. That's not him writing that. I'm almost positive. And again, here's some evidence that we know this. Like I mentioned, he spelled his last name wrong in a tweet. I've never spelled my last name wrong in a tweet. There's no issue there. Second thing is, this manager also does this for other fighters. We've seen this. There was actually a point when I think he was repping Rafael dos Anjos or some other fighter where he was like, I'm going to finish him in the third, and it ended up coming from his manager's account. He forgot to switch accounts. Like, this is common knowledge. On that same point, and this kind of ties into something I just wanted to briefly mention in this video, I am so tired of outlets even big outlets, like legitimate MMA media outlets, quoting Ankalaev off Twitter and saying this is what he's saying. There has to be an asterisk next to it going, this may be his manager because he doesn't speak English. Proof's in the pudding here. This was a year ago, but it's not like Ankalaev is fluent in English now after a year. Like, I could probably find a more recent interview, but Ankalaev has always not been able to speak English. Some fighters just don't. Are not able to speak English. So while I think Rountree, I agree with his overall message about like, hey, we got to tone down the trash talk a little bit and not, it shouldn't just be like this all the time. He's picking the wrong guy because it's not Ankalaev, it's his manager. So yeah, Khalil Rountree, I get where you're going with this. I think the message is okay, but come on, man, this is not him, it's his manager. I don't know how someone hasn't, cued in. And I'm not the only one here because there's someone here in the comments, a couple of people here in the comments that have kind of mentioned this as well. It's Ali. How do people not know this? Like, again, someone should tell him it's his manager. Like, I'm not on an island here, guys. It's not him tweeting. And again, I have an issue with the media doing this as well, being like, can you believe Ankalaev said this? It's like, it's not him. It's his manager. And I get what his manager's trying to do. He's trying to stir up interest. We're talking about it here. It's somewhat working. But one of these days, maybe this is going to happen. One of these days, they're going to tweet the wrong thing and some fighter's going to get like attacked or something for something that was said. And they're not even going to know their manager said it. Because I doubt even Ankalaev is looking at his Twitter feed and going like, what are you saying? Like, I think he's just like, yeah, I don't want to do social media. You handle it. So that's what's happening here. So yeah, Khalil Rountree, again, I get where you're coming from, but you're picking the wrong battle here. You should be going after the manager. And the thing is, we've seen other fighters go after the manager as well when there's been, trash talk or whatever. We've seen it time and time again. To be honest, his fighters are not fighters that talk a ton of smack. Not really. I mean, you look at their stable they're mostly Russian fighters. They're not guys that are talking a ton of smack. Islam, Umar, all these guys, they're not the oones saying things that are mean or causing smack. Even Ankalaev, again, if someone can find me in the comments like here, let's read some more tweets. Like, this looks like written by someone who's just, trying to build up some trash talk. Alex Dunn, never coming back. Let's move on. Like, if you can find me an interview in Russian where he said something close to this and translated it, I maybe would somewhat believe this. But I think overall, this is a guy that is not tweeting for himself and is having his manager do it. And now you got poor Khalil Rountree fooled by this. So yeah. And also, Rogan, you could see trying to bait something out of him. Rountree's like, let's talk about Alex. Let's move on. But listen, that's why we do content, is because you want that good quote, and he certainly gave one here. So again, Khalil Rountree, not a fan of Magomed Ankalaev. Khalil Rountree, of course, going to be fighting Yuri Prohaska. Maybe that's a fight that happens down the line. If Khalil Rountree gets past Yuri, he just beat Jamal Hill. Maybe that's a fight that happens down the line. We'll see. It could be realistic. Maybe this is sort of maybe in the long run, this will be good in terms of building up some interest in the matchup. But yeah, someone's got to tell Khalil. If anyone knows Khalil Rountree that's close to him, please tell him it's not Ankalaev tweeting this stuff. We got to get the message out here. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. I would assume most people are in agreement with me here that it is not Ankalaev tweeting this. So for Khalil to be upset, kind of off base here. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, @Lynch on Sports. My name is James Lynch. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.